Hi, Shalom, and Shabbat Shalom. In place of the usual letter that I write to the congregation and our friends, I thought I would give a Dvar Torah this way, and we'll talk about how the Torah reading is real in our lives. So the Parsha this week is called Parashat Vayeira, and it begins with Abraham sitting at the entrance of his tent, and it's a very hot day. And the Parsha says, and God appeared to Abraham. And then it goes on to say, and Abraham looked up, and behold, there were 3 men coming. Abraham gets up and runs to greet the men and to invite them into his tent and to show hospitality. It's interesting to note that it begins by saying God appears to Abraham, but then it continues and says there were 3 men there. In one of the commentaries it says that his response to the 3 men who were walking by on this hot day in the wilderness indicates that a human being has to respond to human need, and that even in the presence of God he runs away to be able to take care of these 3 people to whom he and Sarah show hospitality. It's one of the principles that guides my work as a rabbi and our work here at B'nai Torah, and that is we have to be responsive to people. We have to create an environment where that's hospitable and where people are friendly with each other. And as part of that goal, we have special projects going on here. And one, of course, is TLC, which is Tzedakah, Limud, and Chesed, directed by our Summer Fairman. Summer's created all sorts of programs, and the most recent thing that she's been heavily involved in is hurricane relief from Hurricane Michael in the Panhandle. Summer's here with me, and I asked Summer to talk a little bit about what's been done and what are the needs for the population in the Panhandle.
Shabbat Shalom. We have done a wonderful response. Our community has been overwhelmingly generous to the people of North Carolina as well as the Panhandle. We have been able to clothe over 1,000 children and provide over 2,000 coats for children who have already been afflicted by cold weather, unlike us here that's nice and warm. We have provided over 200,000 meals to people who are hungry in the Panhandle, and all types of hygiene supplies and blankets. We have been given a challenge grant by Hands-On Tzedakah for $25,000. If we raise $25,000, they will match it dollar for dollar. We still have $5,000 open on the table, so I welcome anyone to make a donation to HOT so we can continue to help those in need in the Panhandle. And also, as we are speaking about helping those in need, we have Mitzvah Day coming on November 11th. We will have over 50 different agencies that people can become familiar with and see if they can find their niche of what they want to do on a continuous basis, helping in our community.
Some of your work has been great, and what we know now is that there are well over 600 volunteers from B'nai Torah that are involved in community projects, helping people. It truly is, religion in action, and it's a reflection of that which is divine in the human spirit. And so we're really appreciative for what you do for so many. There are a number of other projects that we're doing here that reflects the significance of reaching out to human beings in need. So there are things that we're doing with our own community, phone calls to the elderly before Shabbat and visitation of the sick and projects like that. We're also doing a lot of support groups here for people with variety of needs at their different places in the life cycle. Michelle Shear is the director of these projects. And Michelle has recently been involved in some of the interfaith work that we're doing. And Michelle's going to talk to you about how we've gotten our young people involved with St. Gregory's Church and the Boca Raton Islamic Center, creating social projects for our teenagers. So Michelle, you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yes, this youth organization is called BRIA, which stands for Boca Raton Interfaith Youth Association. And this brings together youth from all different faiths to organize and create interfaith community events and programs throughout the community. And congregations involved include the Islamic Center, Temple Bethel, St. Gregory's Episcopalian Church, Shari Kodesh, First United Methodist. And together these teens are going to work together and learn about each other and about each other's faith and how they can help the community.
There may be nothing better in the interfaith conversation than bringing people together, people from different churches, from the mosque, from synagogues, to serve the larger community together and involve themselves in social action. Summer, you got something?
This weekend we will have multiple children from multiple faiths serving the homeless at St. Gregory's Church from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock. So if anyone has a child that would like to come out and participate, please feel free.
So as you see, we have become a force in the community, but we're doing this for a much greater good. I want to wish everybody Shabbat Shalom. The call that Abraham represents is a call not only to create a people, but to serve humanity. It says in the Parsha that through you, all people will be blessed, and I hope that we can experience that here. Shabbat Shalom again, and I'll see you in Shul.